Hey everyone, as I've said before, I'm Victor, and I have decided to replace the Jonesbow T8 case with the D19 Pro version 2.0, 2.1, sorry. And from the reviews I've seen, I bought it on AliExpress. From the reviews I've seen, it seems pretty cool. So I bought this, as I said before, on AliExpress, and it seems to be a small case, 6.1 liters, and it can accommodate GPUs up to 200 millimeters. There we have it, the case. I bought it in the black color since it was cheaper. That was just the reason, and the white one was like 10 euros more, and from the price that I paid, I didn't plan to pay more, so I paid 53 euros. The Jonesbow T8 case was almost the same price, so I got it for 55 from what I remember. But yeah, this seems like a pretty cool case. It has support for an SFX PSU, and as I said before, a 2 slot graphics card. I think you can remove this bracket, so if you can remove this, I can like, if the GPU doesn't fit, I can maybe put it a little bit outside and use some zip ties to hold it in the case. But yeah, let me just get my screwdriver and we'll start the build. So I've already removed the Jonesbow T8 case from my setup, and let's start disassembling the case and all the parts. So yeah, I'll shut up for a little and just start unscrewing everything. So let's start the building process, I guess. We'll start by maybe reinstalling everything. So yeah, almost full. By the way, my first computer actually had some pretty cool specs, and I also have a story for them. I actually bought that computer on the summer of 2020, so when the GPU crisis was about to start, and I actually this RAM isn't settling. Okay, now we have everything built. Let me just end the story. So I actually bought the RTX 2070 that build had for like 200 euros at the time, before the crisis. So like three months before the crisis, or even 2 months. And I'd say that was like the best deal I've ever gotten, since at that time the 2070 was still a new card. The 3000 series didn't launch yet, hadn't launched yet, so I just decided to buy it. Many people were saying to wait, but I bought it anyway. And oh, this side panel is actually pretty thin. I don't really like it, but okay. This card that card I actually sold after that, so like 2 years after I sold it for the same price that I bought it, even after the GPU crisis. Oh, I might need to run the riser cable before this. Oh, how do I get this out? Oh, okay. So I bought it for 200 euros, like flat 200, and I actually sold it for even more. I think it was 250, almost 300 euros. And I mean, for that card, I actually bought after that not the GTX 1660, but the RTX 3060, sorry. Not when it launched, but a little bit later. So like even a year later, I think I bought the card, and I mean it worked very very well, but it was too noisy and the temps were too hot. And from my experience, I just thought that I didn't need it, since I actually didn't game that much, and it was like a waste of time to oh, I forgot to plug in the riser cable and to screw in the motherboard. What am I doing? So the that card was very very good, but I mean I didn't use it to its full potential, so I just decided to remove it, and even to oh, this doesn't want to click in. Let me. Okay, we're in. And I mean it was a very cool card, as I've said before, and from what I've seen, there are many people still using it, and I mean if you like to use it, just keep using it, and it's a cool card. It's for the price, it's a bargain, at least right now in my country. They usually go for 250, but since what? The screw just fell out. Oh, this is just like, oh, this isn't good, man. What's happening, man? What the? Okay, these screws are for the side panel, and this one's okay. Lots of zip ties. Thank you for the zip ties. I actually needed some. And this, I think, is these ones. I think are the ones that you usually use for the motherboard. Let me just check. And yeah, from what I'm seeing, I have to use some standoffs, maybe. I have a pack of them, but they are not M3, the usual size for these types of screws and standoffs in PC building. But yeah, it like might have a 65mm max cooler height, and this one sticks out just a little bit. So I might have to run it without the side panel, but let's hope that this closes, or that my standoffs can be used in this case. I don't see my 6600 fitting in here. I might have to get my 1660 Super. So let's see, can I do this like this? Oh, this one just fell out of my screwdriver. I really wanted to get an LTT screwdriver, but I mean, shipping to my country, at least for Portugal, that's where I live, the shipping is very very high, and well, I don't have lots of money. I usually buy things from AliExpress because they are cheaper to ship to Europe. So let's see. This one doesn't really fit. As you can see, the card is protruding a little bit from this side. And if I try to install it like this, so right on the riser cable, yeah, it doesn't fit. I'll have to get my GTX 1660. GPU doesn't fit. Let me try and do something that maybe will work. So, okay, this is the GPU cable. Just confirming that it is. I'll try to remove this bracket, at least for now, because I still need to install the, even if I want to install the 1660 Super, I'll still have to remove the drivers for the AMD card, and I don't want to do it with the 1660 Super in the case, since that's not very healthy for the card or even for the computer. If I try and can I fit it through here? No. Okay, so I might need to remove the riser cable. This is going to be very sketchy and you're going to see it, but yeah, I'm not very happy with this. I mean, I'm very happy with the build. I mean, the case quality is very, very good, at least for the $50 I paid, 50 euros I paid for. So, this is very sketchy. Okay, I don't like that sound, but that's fine. I won't run it like this, but for now I'll have to. Maybe it will work. Let me just... Oh, I don't like this. This layout is not very inspiring. Let me just get DDU installed and try to remove the drivers, and then I'll get my GTX 1660 Super, and I might have to get another card since I want more performance than that card. So yeah. So I've already uninstalled the drivers with DDU from guru.3D, and let's start by first removing this card, and let's then install the at least reinstall the riser cable to the case, rescrew the riser cable to the case, and I mean, I don't know what to do with this card anymore. I might sell it. If anyone knows a good site, a good website to sell these types of things, just at least comment it so I can try and at least sell it for a good price, maybe for 190, since I got it for 200, or at least for the same price. So I went and brought back the GTX 1660 Super. I hope this one fits. At least I think it will. Maybe I want to install this first. Yeah, I might do it first. So let's start by first plugging in the card. This one also doesn't want to fit. What the heck, man? Oh, okay. Now it wants to. It didn't want to before, but now it wants. I was actually thinking of getting maybe a smaller card, so like those one slot cards. This one doesn't want to. Let me just try. No? Why don't you go down in this part of the case? Do I have to remove this? No? Oh, it's just the actual bracket for the card is hitting that metal thingy right there. So yeah, now it's in. I actually find this funny. So this fan is 80 millimeters, I think, and this one is 90, and they actually look pretty funny in this card. So it does 2 Ys or something like that. So I might have to, yeah, that's why they have this thing that I was talking about. So you actually need to move this up so you can screw in the card. It really depends on where you want to screw it in. So I might need to check the manual or no, since I have this here and this screw actually fits here. So we only need one screw to screw in this card, and this one might fit. So yeah, that's it, we're in. So now I think we're done. Yeah, we might be done. Let me just, okay, now, okay, the fan is still spin. I don't think this will close. Okay, now it might close. Let me just screw this back in. Maybe I'll screw not the riser, but the handle first. So you actually have a handle. It's actually very strong. It's made of metal, and yeah, the screws are, I mean, it's made of metal, obviously, but I think it's aluminum, and it's actually pretty hefty. So you can carry this around with no issues. You might want to use things, or at least components, that fit inside the case, not like me. I really wanted that cooler to fit, but I think I'll have to either run it without the fans and swap the fan to maybe a 40 millimeter Notch 201 that I can put it like on the side. But yeah, the only downside, at least in my case, is the, no pun intended, is the fact that I actually shows parts that don't fit in the case. I didn't do my research, so in the AliExpress listing, at least like half of the specifications of the case were in, let's say, Mandarin. I don't remember correctly. I couldn't read anything, so I just bought the case. I thought it might fit everything I have. So, and from what I'm seeing, at least the older card did fit. Let's just try, and I almost lost a finger there. Let me just, yeah, cable manage this a little bit. So it's not that bad. you have lots of room right here where you would put the SSDs. I actually have two screws that are from the other case, but I don't see where. Oh, that for the GPU. Okay, now I remember it. So let me just install this side panel if I can. No, I can't. So for now, this side panel will be off, and the other one will be installed since I can do it. I don't know if they are like this or like this. I might do it like this, and because they are like equal to each other, maybe they are perfectly equal or similar. They slide a lot though. Let's see if at least this side can close perfectly. You actually don't get like any extra instructions, but the actual listing on AliExpress is very informative if you know Mandarin. And if you're like me and don't know anything of any Mandarin or Korean, you might be out of luck. So I have this case full of side panel screws and nuts and standoff, but when I bought this toolkit, I actually thought that it was M3 screws and standoffs, but they are actually M2, so they can only be used like with Raspberry Pi project. So I can screw this right now. I might have to use it without this panel, at least for now. And so here it is, the finished product. I mean, it's very small compared to the Jones Bolt E8. It usually went up to this space, and now I have lots of space on my desk to work with, and I am still installing the GPU drivers, but I mean, it's a very cool case. I really recommend it for anyone who wants a cheap ITX case that is very small. So thank you for watching, and as always, have a good day.